Wear clothes. Can you face your audience?
She's so pretty.
I know.
You know?
Even me, I'm feeling myself. I'm sure that Nika will be proud of me.
Yeah.
Nika is gonna be like, gosh, girl, what did you do?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get into our intro, yeah? Let's just do this. Let's do this. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And I'm so glad to have you here. If you're yet to meet me, my name is Oluwayemisi, and some people choose to call me Shante.
Hi, and I'm Eunice of PreciousMane.
PreciousMane does like luxury wigs and weaves. Like if you want like top-notch weaves and wigs, like think she's like your best plug. She resides in the UK, but she's in Nigeria for now, and she's like testing out Nigerian markets and trying to like push her products to Nigeria for good quality hair and all that. So we decided to come together and create this look that I have on right here. I mean, when she brought out this hair for me, she was like, are you sure you can rock it? This is such a daring wig. And I'm like, bring it on, girl. Like, I love the color. While she styles and installs this wig on me, I'm going to be creating this look to complement the hair. Bear in mind that before we did this, I had no idea what I was going to be doing. I just felt like I was going to do something that would complement this hair color, and we just did this thing together, and I am in love with what I'm looking at right now.
Yes, at the moment she's wearing PreciousMane in the Russian virgin hair. It came in a 613 blonde, and I have colored it to a candy pink, into a yellow, and then into a nice green. I feel like this color, the combination of this color, we could call it a bit of like a Barbie cotton candy wig, you know?
Okay,
but
so that is the inspiration behind the
video
name or the video caption. Alright, so without further ado, if you guys would like to see how we came about this look, style the hair, the makeup and everything, all that good stuff, let's just get right into it.
Yes!
My hair is a mess, and she's just going to fix that all up. Ow!
No problem.
Is it not? Please be fast.
Yes, so are you going to make a machine that brings hair very speedily?
I really don't mind, as long as it won't hurt.
Well, how are you going to control those robots?
I don't know. I'll leave it to those people that will program. Yes, we're done! So now it's time for the fabulous hair, right? So I have this fabulous box from PreciousMane, and this box of goodness contains, it smells so good, like this thing right here is going on my head, and we're just going to rock with that today. Okay, so her box of wigs would always come with both of this to help with styling them. This is the Got To Be styling gel and the spray, the holding spray. So this is the styling gel and this is the holding spray. Okay, so we're just going to be showing you how to do all of these things that we're talking about, and then see what the end result looks like basically. PreciousMane takes over.
Yes, we're going to take over. So today I'm going to apply the lace first over the head and just find a way I can measure it up to make sure that the ears are sitting where it's meant to be and the other side is sitting where it's meant to sit. The back also is sitting behind nice and flat. When we've measured everything, we will then prepare the hairline for it to be slayed. I know a lot of people are wondering, won't she cut the lace? But that's not going to be what we're doing first. We'll do that last. When we've slayed down everything is when we cut the lace. Okay? If that's new to you, so pay attention if it's new. So I'm going to prep the front line with Spirit, or if you've got wipes, that's fine. Just something to clean off any excess oil. So I'm just gonna ask my young lady here, would you like us to bring the lace forward, or do you kind of like it, you know, just exactly on your hairline?
I like it a little bit forward so that it kind of like masks the amount of forehead that I have going on here.
Perfect. Also, I have clients who say, no, I love my forehead, keep it on my hairline. So it's important that you ask that question to your client, or you judge yourself where you want your lace to be. So now that I know where the lace will sit, just round here, I will then take my Got To Be glue, and then I sometimes use a tail comb and just put a little bit because you don't want to go overboard, especially if you want it just for a night out or a couple of days wear.
Okay, PreciousMane, can you please tell us like why you prefer to use this white glue? Because in Nigeria a lot of us are familiar with the black Got To Be glue, which is transparent. but I kind of realized that she prefers to use the very white one.
Yes, I know. I also have the transparent one, but the transparent one is not as strong, especially if you're sweating or you're very oily. Yeah, so sometimes the white glue will end up drying very clear. So I am just putting it, measuring it a little, and then putting it on the hairline. And I'm going to go all the way around the hairline using the tail comb. So now I'm looking at the edge side as well. So just maintain the same line of the hairline. So now I'm going to use the spray to now seal the gel.
It's so cold.
What I'm doing is I'm putting the spray and using my finger to rub it back in because it runs a lot. So you have to just do it one at a time. Rub it in. We're going to wait a few seconds for it to dry and be tacky. So not completely dry, as in very dry, but as in very tacky. So it would be tacky like this. Can you see that? So when it's that tacky, then is when we would put the lace down.
Okay, so this is where some people use like blow dryers and stuff.
Now this is why I love leaving the lace on before putting it down, because instead of you interfering with the glue area because you've cut the lace, you can use this as your support when applying the lace. Oh, so I'm just making sure that it's all nicely laid around the corners. Now, if the hairs are really getting on your nerves, right, what you need to do is just use some water to just make all the hairs go back, which is what I'm going to do now. Can you see that? It tames the hair. Now, what I'm trying to do as well is I'm putting the hairs behind her ears so I can really see how her side bun would look like, okay?
How good does this glue treat the hair? Because I've heard a lot of people complaining about wearing frontals and then the edges like go.
The thing is, the edges can't really go unless you're yanking it off your head. Do not yank your wig off your head. You have to apply water. You have to soften the product that we've used to glue it down if you want to save your hairline, okay? So now, just to give you some extra security, we're going to spray on top of the lace this time. And just use your fingers or a tail comb to make sure it gets to the root, to the skin. And the way I am spraying it inwards. I am not spraying it on top. I am doing like this so that it goes through the hair onto the skin, okay?
So am I going to do all of this if I only have two hands?
You have to fix a band onto your wigs. A band is the one that does the pulling for you rather than using your hand. These sprays dry very quickly, so we'll let it dry, then we're going to apply a scarf for more pressure onto the hairline, and then she does her makeup. If you're doing this alone, you must wait for this to really dry, and you'd feel it in your head that it's all nice and like that, like you feel like your head is being pulled. That's the sign that it's dry enough to put on the scarf, okay?
Okay, so I think I'm just going to go ahead now to do my brows and my eye makeup, then you come back to cut this lace, and then we'll just like rush over the rest of the look, yeah? Okay guys, so my own task is to actually put on some form of makeup that will match how gorgeous this hair color is, and as much as that scares me because I don't like going out of the box, I have something in mind that I'm going to create, and I'm just going to start that right now. I'm going to first of all go ahead to do my brows. I'm not going to be showing that so that this video doesn't drag on for too long. Basically, for my brows today, I'm going to be using the ABH brow definer in the shade Ebony. Okay, so my brows are done. I'm going to be starting off with the P-louise eyeshadow base, and I'm going to be putting that all over my eyelid area. So that has blended okay. So I'm going to be going into my ABH palette, the Norvina palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Love. This is going to go all over my transition area. It's like a light pink color, and you guys will understand why I'm using this color as we go along in today's video. I'm going to be taking some paper tape, and I'm just going to use this as a guide for the next color or eyeshadow that I'm going to be applying. Okay, so with this tape in here, I'm going to be going into this BH Cosmetics lipstick. It's in the shade Princess, and I'm going to be using this to cut my crease. I'm going to be cutting like my crease such that it goes outwards. So I'm just going to stamp this where I want it. So I'm going to look up just to be sure that it shouldn't go higher than that, and I'm just going to take this all the way. For the outer portion, I'm going to be going in with this same lipstick and like drawing on some wings. And then meeting the wing that I'm drawing with this one over here. And I'm just going to fill in this whole middle part. Okay, so this is what I have so far. Before this lipstick dries, because it is a matte lipstick, I'm going to be going into this loose pigment. It's a pink loose pigment, and what I'm going to be doing with this is that I'm going to be packing that on the color that I just applied, just to like set it before that dries, just to like make it pop some more. You can see how that pink just comes alive with that color on there. And I'm trying my best not to like swipe, I'm just patting it on. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see what is going on right here. The pink has popped a lot than what it was before, and this was exactly like what I was going for. So I'm going to like leave this the way it is for now, do the other eye just to ensure that they are in sync with each other, and I'll be right back to continue. Yeah, so I'm done with the other eye, and I'm just going to be doing something a little tiny little bit to this eye some more. So I finally figured out what I'm going to do to my eyes, to like add a little bit of jazz to the line of this core crease so that it's definite and defined. I'm going to be going into the ABH glitter in the shade Mystic Teal, and this is what I'm going to be using to outline that core crease. So I'm trying to make this line as thin and as definite as possible. This look is going to be super dramatic, like I can already see it. So my eye is done now, and I'm so nervous to actually take off this tape. So I'm just going to like leave it on here, still like enjoy not knowing what the outcome of this eye look is going to be, and we're going to finish up my hair.
So this is nice and hard the way I want it, because if it's not hard, especially when you're cutting it yourself, you might not be able to tell the difference between the loose and the stuck down one. So now we're going to cut around the lace. Remember to give yourself some sideburns if you want some. So we pat the hair like this around the ears. And when you've done that, you bring the scissors next to the ear. Don't worry, if you cut some hair, that's fine, because they're not meant to be there anyway. I'm just cutting off this little excess lace off. You have to be very careful, guys, especially when you're doing it yourself. Now that's one done. We have a nice flat ear side there, so we're gonna cut around the hairline now. We just cut in zigzag motion around the glue. You don't want a straight line, so you can see I'm going in and out. So when you get to the middle there, come on to the other side and just repeat on the other side. First step is to find where you want your teddy hair to be. When you find your teddies, you can either clip them out of the way, or you can just start cutting immediately. So you cut next to your ears, upwards and around. And then the teddies that we don't want, which is this one here, we cut around it. Remember, your starting point shouldn't be like this, but next to your ears like this. And that's going on. Now you are going to see a very white line. That's alright, because this is the line that's very close to the glue that's not been glued down. So you have two options. You have one to lay your baby hairs around those edges, or the other option is for us to put some nice glue gel around those edges. I'm going to spray instead of the glue. The reason why I say I'm going to spray instead of using the glue is because the spray is going to act as a helper to lay the front edges down. It's more natural, so that's why I'm making sure, just as much as possible, gradually, I'm moving some hairs to the back of her ears. So we're going to be parting the hair using water. Water is going to be our best friend in making the parting. I'm going to use water. So we're just using water to pat it into where it's meant to go. And this thing takes patience.
Basically, creating this look is taking way much longer than what we're going to show. And so you just have to be patient when you're doing yours.
We're going to tie it just for a few seconds.
Until I finish my makeup.
Or until she finishes her makeup, and then we'll come back and style it one more time. So this one, this time, would be a full scarf, because we want to make sure that this whole area is nice and flat.
So guys, I'm back to my makeup. I'm really not going to show so much of my skin work so that this video doesn't drag on for too long. There's already so much going on. I'm just going to rush over my foundation, highlight, contour, and then I'll go into more detail when I'm putting on my under eyes, when we're finishing the hair and my lips. So that's my foundation done. Now I'm going to be going into my under eye, and what I'm going to be doing for this, first of all, is that I'm going to be taking the Yanga Beauty Eyetitude pencil in the shade 02. I'm going to pack this in my bottom lash line, and just as this is packed there, now I'm going to be going into another pigment in this color, and I'm going to be packing that in my under eye area. This is what I have so far. So I'm going to be taking a very free blending brush. It doesn't have color. That was what I used to apply my transition color, and I'm just going to be brushing that underneath here just to take off any excess pigment. And just in case you've been wondering if I'm ever going to wear my lashes, now is the time for that to happen. I'm going to be wearing my Natalie lashes in the style Bad Girl, because definitely this eye look is for a bad girl. So now my lashes are on, and it's time to dust off all of this excess powder. Using the Mabeline Fitme powder, I'm going to be doing just that. Now I'm going to be adding a little bit of color in my inner corner. I'm taking the shade Summer from the same Norvina palette that I've been using, and this is going to be going in here. Can you see that pop? That is exactly what I want. Okay, so now that is done, it's time to wear my blush, and I'm going to be using the ABH Gradient Blush Kit. I'm going to be taking the shade, what's the name now? Blackberry from that to blush up my cheeks. This is a very beautiful blush for brown skin. I love it. Now time to highlight the face. I'm going to be using the ABH Amrezy highlighter, and this shade or this color is actually very light for brown skin, so I'm going to go very light. I like how it shows up on my face, but I have to be very careful. And I wonder what this thing is doing right here. Like, that is so annoying. And I'm just going in with the blush brush just to like blend out the highlighter some more. I feel like to keep this look as it is, I should use like a very nude lips, not go for any other color, because this is like a lot right now and let's not overdo it, you know. So I'm going to go ahead to line my lips with the BMO lip bullet in the, I don't know the color this is, but it's the dark brown one that I use a lot. There is this nude lipstick that I've been loving so much of recent. It's from Ewaronke and is in the shade Rose Brown. Can you see that? Okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can understand the reason why I like this lipstick basically. So I'm just taking the brush that I used to apply the highlighter, and I'm just popping that highlighter in the center of my lips just to make my lips pop some more. Okay, so that will be all that we are doing on my face today. I'm going to be spraying my face with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Okay, so now let's go into styling the hair very quickly.
So we're gonna start by taking off the scarf, and we will put some more water.
While putting your water, please just ensure that it doesn't come near my face. I beg. Oh my god, like I'm in love with what I can see.
So just put it gradually, and you see how the water just activates the curl like that. So I'm just using the water to get the curl back in. So I've got a spray bottle here which will help make things quicker, and all I'm doing is just spraying the hair with water, and then it gives the curls back.
I hate spray bottle. Like, I don't like water on my body. It's just water everywhere.
Just have to be careful that the water is not going into your makeup. And then when you get here, you just spray the top and slide it down. So now that I've gotten the hair as wet as I want it to be, isn't she looking fabulous? So I'm just scrunching it up so the curls can come back in. And you have to be careful that water is not touching the lace. And if you wanted to go for that wet look, this is the time for you to spray on some of the Got To Be glue again. So we're going to let this look dry, and then you would see the curls pop in. And you can see the waves in the hair. We're just gonna wait for it to dry and set. All I'm just doing is pushing it in an upward motion so the waves keep coming, so the waves keep getting stronger. This look takes time, but it's without heat. That's the advantage of this look.
Oh my god! I'm I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, but I really love how I look. This is a very daring look. I know I can't wear this anywhere except like some major super duper event or outing, but just looking at myself on camera and the kind of pictures that I think I'm going to get with this hair, I'm tripping guys. I think myself and PreciousMane did a fabulous job, right?
Yeah.
So that is how we have pretty much come about this entire look, including the hair with PreciousMane.
And this is the final look.
Yes, this is the final look, and you guys can agree with me that I am looking like a Barbie doll. I mean, if I decide not to talk and just do something like this,
go girl,
you guys will think I'm a Barbie doll, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. You learned how to install your lace frontal like effectively without damaging your hair roots. If you did enjoy it as much as I did filming it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, check out Eunice's channel and her Instagram page for PreciousMane, because she deals with 100% virgin hair and you can wear her weaves like for years and years without it pulling, shedding or anything of such. I've had some of her weaves for like 5 years and they are still like popping, and I'm not saying this because I mean this video is not sponsored, we're just having fun in front of the camera. And so if you like to like get your 100% authentic virgin hair that you can wear for years and years and years, you can definitely reach out to her. I assure you that you will not regret it. I'm going to put a link to her Instagram, and she also has a YouTube channel where she styles hair, dyes hair, and just takes us through like different hair acts. I'm going to leave the link to her YouTube channel below. I'm going to drop her Instagram handle below and also like details on how you can reach her. She stays in the UK, but she definitely ships everywhere, like worldwide. I'm going to like leave all the details below, even this hair details. I'm going to leave it below so that if you like it, if you like how it was colored and you want to achieve the same on your own, you can just do that. Yeah, Eunice, are we done here?
Yes, we are.
We're done here?
Yes, girl.
Okay, it's late in the night. I would just like to go and sleep. Imagine I'm going to wipe off my face and I'm just going to bed. Okay guys,
so did I come all the way from the UK to do this and then you go to bed?
I mean, that is what you did right here. So we're just going to take some pictures and I'm going to go to bed. That's pretty much what I have for you guys today. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in my next video. Take care.
Bye.